Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Lingfield Park here on Saturday. It is the 25th of February 2023. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Lingfield, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. Let's look at the stakes action. The second and third race from Lingfield. The second race, the 130, it's the Hever Sprint Stakes. It's listed stakes for Class 1 horses, going for a $54,000 purse, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field here of 10 horses going 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs on the all-weather poly track. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 3-horse Exalted Angel. Let's go 329 into TriCash Trifecta. 329 TriCash Trifecta. Top selection 3-horse Exalted Angel. 7-year-old gun by Dark Angel. Carlberg trains one, gets Lee up in the saddle. The horse's most recent outing came 3 weeks ago on the 4th of February here in Lingfield. 6 furlongs in a listed stakes, and he finished third by 3/4 length that day. He had a little bit of a wide trip, was a little bit wide throughout. He closed up well late, but he still needed something. First in about 6 weeks, he probably need the race. Coming here second off the bench, better post draw to get more into it early on with a good pace. I think he closed up from mid-pack and win here today. 2 back, he ran on Boxing Day at Wolverhampton, 6 furlongs in a Class 2 conditions race. And he finished second by 3/4 length. The winner just had the jump on him from a tracking position. He just needs something more, but I didn't think it was a half-bad race. And then the 2nd of December at Newcastle, 5 furlongs in a Class 2 conditions race. He finished second by 3/4 length that day. Again, he just needed something more late, but he showed potential there. And then in a listed stakes here at Lingfield back in November, 6 furlongs there, finishing third by 1/3 lengths. Again, Summerhand just had the jump on him, but he was, closing up well. Since coming, his form on the turf in 2022 wasn't very great, but he when he came to the poly track, especially in the late winter, late fall, early winter this year, he's really become a better horse, and he's been on the improve. He's been close but no cigar. The speed figures have been going up. I think at 6-1 today, he's very loaded. I'm gonna single him in the play spot or the pick 6 here today. So to recap my selection for the second, the 130 from Lingfield, it's the Hever Sprint. Let's take the 3-horse Exalted Angel. Let's go 329 in your TriCash Trifecta. Let's get to the feature 205, the third race at Lingfield, the first group race of the season in the UK for the flat horses. The third race, the 205, it's the Group 3 Winter Derby Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses going for a $120,000 purse, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 8 horses taking a lap around the poly track, which is 2,000 meters around, or a mile and a quarter on that all-weather poly track. I love the 5-horse Lord North in the spot. Let's go 538 in your TriCash Trifecta. 538 TriCash Trifecta. Top selection of 5-horse Lord North. 7 going by DeBowie. Jonathan Thady trains. Rab Havlin gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 2nd of July at Sandown. Very fast ground, a mile and a quarter in the Group 1 Eclipse. And he finished 4th by 3/4 length that day. The winner Vandini had the jump on him, and Steve Mashirov just, really ran a terrific race. This horse just wasn't getting in there, and it wasn't his day to win. Prior to that, in the Group 1 Prince of Wales at Royal Ascot, a mile and a quarter, 15th of June, he finished 5th by 6 3/4 lengths that day. And again, he just slowly hit the wall, completely walked under. Again, I think he just got beat by better horses. Wasn't the world's toughest Prince of Wales, but still, he just got beat by better horses there. And then in the Group 1 Tattersall's Gold Cup at the Curragh, mile 5/16 and 22nd of May, he finished 4th by 1 3/4 lengths. Again, he just still needed something more. I think the trip there at the Curragh was just a little bit too long. He won over the 1800 here over at Meydan last March in the Dubai turf, winning by a half a length that day. He really put on a show. Came back to win place in last year's Winter Derby in his seasonal reappearance, and then actually won the Dubai turf in 2021, even easier. But coming here today, I think it's a good return to the races. It's not as tough as last year's Winter Derby, and he has a better poster this year, which should really suit him. I'm going to use him. If there could be an upsetter, the 3-horse Haravan for John and Thady wouldn't surprise me if he wins. Most recently in a conditions race in Newcastle over the mile and a quarter in early January, he finished third by 1 3/4 lengths that day, and he just kind of hit the wall sitting off a quick pace that day. Also, 2-month refreshing got to him. Prior to that, here at Lingfield in the listed stakes in November, he finished third by 3 1/4 lengths. Again, needing something more. First race since the 1st of July, which came at Sandown in listed stakes, where he just wasn't excelling there. His form has a little bit been down recently, but those were very tough races, and he's had a little bit time between races, which I don't think he really likes. It's going to be the quickest turnaround He's had him quite a bit, and I think he could get a good trip and win here at 7-1, being very fresh. I'll use him on the place or quad pot that begins with this race. So to recap my selection for the 205, third race from Lingfield, it's the Group 3 Winter Derby. Let's take the 5-horse Lord North as a top selection and give kudos to the 3-horse Heravian. 5-3-8, Tricast Trifecta. 5-3 in your place pot. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.